Hello, welcome to White Tarot, where the reader is bubbly, but the readings can get dark. So today I am going to be working on the second half of October readings for all zodiac signs, and currently we are on Leo. So, Leo, what do we have going on for Leo? I was going to say, the readings for Leo lately have been pretty consistent with a message that there's something toxic that they need to leave behind, but they are very resistant to it, and that's why it's been popping up so consistently in the reads. So let's see how that's going now. The cards are resisting shuffling, so I have a feeling that we're still dealing with a little bit of stubbornness, but we shall see. Mother of Cups keeps popping up. Nine of Pentacles, Magician, Three of Swords, the Emperor, Five of Pentacles, Judgment. Now we're talking. Yep, Five of Cups have been pretty consistent as well. Star, Four of Swords. As I pulled those, I heard someone ask, can you not see yourself being happier? Okay, looks like we're diving deep in this one. Six of Cups, Nostalgia. And the Four of Wands. Okay. Leo, I think we've finally uncovered why it's been so hard for you to leave the thing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch the previous Leo videos, especially the one about the tower. There's one that has something about jump before the tower falls or something like that in the title. That one in particular. So, as I pulled the Star and the Four of Swords, I heard something like, can't you picture yourself being happier? Can't you see yourself being happier? The Nine of Pentacles is about being in a good place materially. It's about self-sufficiency. You know, I know a lot of readers call it abundance, but for me, the Ten of Pentacles is abundance. The Nine of Pentacles is I'm doing all right. It's the best that you can do on your own. Mother of Cups, that's the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is someone that pours their cup onto everyone else. The Mother of Cups, Queen of Cups is the lover. You know, the one that loves and nurtures everyone else. The Star, though, is about your hopes and dreams, your wishes. And I felt the need to emphasize your, because it's like that's the part that you've forgotten. It's almost like you're doing what's best for everyone else and forgetting yourself in the process. Four of Swords is a period of contemplation, so it looks like you're tapping back into what it is that makes you happy, what it is that you aspire for. The Emperor is also about structure. It's about law, it's about rigidity, it's about hierarchy, it's about structure. And with the Three of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Three of Swords is about pain, Five of Pentacles is about loss, Five of Cups is about watering hole going dry. It's like whatever this is has ran its course, right? It's good enough. It's good enough to make you feel comfortable, but it's a false sense of stability, is what I'm getting here. It's almost like you have to force yourself to be okay being in this. With the Six of Cups nostalgia being here, it also feels like it's just something that you're used to. It's something that's deeply ingrained in the way of your being because, this card highlights the root system. So it's tough to let go of because it's something that's so tied to who you are. And I'm going to ask you guys the same question that I've asked a Leo friend before. What do you like about yourself? And no, I don't mean the things that you like about yourself that make you useful or helpful or pleasant somehow for other people. I mean, what do you like about yourself for your sake? Because when people are asked that question, they often say, I'm a great mom. I'm, a great coworker. I'm a good friend. I like that I'm good at cooking, Do you enjoy your food or do you cook for other people? I mean, that's kind of the gist of what I'm going for here, the gist of what I'm poking at. So it's important for us to think sometimes, what is it that we like about ourselves that are just for us? This feels like something that you've put up with for a long time for the sake of others. This feels like a way of being. It goes beyond the thing that you need to leave behind. It's about the motive behind staying. It's about the motive behind keeping it around. Can't you see yourself being happier? Almost poses a question. Is the life you live what you wanted for yourself? Is the life you live something that you would hope for your children or for those you care about? If your best friend was sitting in your seat right now, would you be okay with that? Or would you try to fight like hell to convince her to get out, do better? Have you been living a perpetual cycle of doing what's best for others at the cost of yourself because you think that love is supposed to be earned? Have you been perpetuating the cycle of having to try so hard to be worth something? And can't you see yourself being happier than that? Happier than playing a part to be accepted? Because with the Magician being here, it's the card of manifestation, but it also tells me that there is something else that you want for yourself. But you see how he's kind of walled off with these cards here? Structure, rigidity, loss, dry watering hole, pain. But I get the sense that you're keeping yourself there because it's what's best for everybody else. With Judgment being right here, though, I feel that you will be breaking your way out of this. And the Four of Wands is about completion. It's about celebration. It's about abundance. It's about stability. It's about stronger foundations. It's the culmination of what you have worked for. I like to see the world almost like a gobstopper. And by that I mean that there are as many worlds as there are people in the world. There is my version of the world, there's your version of the world, and then there's a world as a whole. And the world is just a culmination of the choices and decisions that we and the people before us have made. And your world is a culmination of how the choices that you have made have tangoed with the choices that others have made around you. And saying that, I mean, how much of you is a product of how you were raised? How much of you is a product of how you have been loved up until now? And do you want to do it differently? Because this spread, we're talking about self-worth. We're talking about wanting better for yourself and why you feel stuck and unable to access that. And I get the sense that this is about self sacrifice. And so I ask you, who taught you that you had to sacrifice yourself to love someone else? Who taught you that love had to take anything away from you to give? I remember when I was really young, we thought that I might end up with a younger sibling. And I started crying. I got angry because I thought at the time that love was like pie. You know, the more we have to divide it amongst more people, the less there is for each of us. But that's not how it works. You can love someone else while staying whole yourself. You can love someone else while having enough love for yourself. And you can have enough love for yourself while loving someone else. You don't have to take away from yourself to give to someone else. And I always tell my closest friends that as their friend, the only thing that I want from them is for them to take good care of themselves. That's all. Because that's all love needs to be. Love wants to see you thrive. This isn't just a matter of whether or not you love someone, it's also a matter of whether or not they truly love you. Because anyone that truly loves you will want to see you thrive. They will want to see you in your power, taking care of yourself, loving yourself, being whole on your own. And they wouldn't tie their well being to yours. They would want to see you thriving. And they should be able to stand on their own too. That's when real love is born, is when two people can honor one another for the individuals that they are and stand in the totality of their power together. Love doesn't demand you carve away at yourself for them. Love doesn't make their happiness about you or your happiness about them. Love is open palm. And so, all that anyone who loves you should want from you is for you to be happy. And that includes yourself. That includes you loving yourself. So, Leo, it looks like this thing that's been hard to let go of. It is deeply tied to your attachment wounds and the way that you perceive love, the things that you feel you need to do for love. I think another thing is that the way we are taught about love, they almost paint it like doing what's best for yourself is selfish. We celebrate martyrs. We celebrate self sacrifice. We love Jesus because he died for our sins. He had to die for our sins for us to love him. We celebrate mothers because of all that they do for others, but we don't celebrate enough the people that are just happy because they are happy. We make it look like some heroic thing when people feed themselves last. And maybe it is, sure. But that isn't the whole picture. Because in turn, we make it seem like a bad thing when people do what they want to do for them to be happy. And I'm not talking about stepping on others' heads to climb up the ladder. I'm not talking about then becoming happy at the cost of others. I mean, just taking care of yourself. We even see it in the workforce. The people that work long hours, the people that give their all to the company, those are the ones that are celebrated, not the ones that just finish their stuff in 8 hours and go home. They show up every day too. And that's what they get paid to do. But we make it look like that's not enough. Like you're supposed to sell your soul to a corporation. We glorify pouring into something else to our own demise. But that's not glorious. That is a lack of self love. Leo, as a fan of Leos in general, I like Leo people. What I like so much about you guys is that you shine. You are so vibrant. And you love yourself so much that you make others want to love themselves too. That is your beauty. But what I'm looking at here is not a Leo that is standing in their power. What I'm looking at here is a Leo that does what they need to do because they want so badly to be liked and accepted. And that's not you. That's not like you. The way tarot works, I can't tell you what's going to happen because tarot is not really predictive. It just reads the energies in you and around you. And looking at where you're at right now, one piece of advice from me: remember what makes you so special. Remember what you like about yourself, and not in ways that make you of service to others. And step back into that because that's where you belong. Leos to me are the son of the zodiac: bright, vibrant, unapologetic. Go back there. Dare to love yourself. It's not selfish. Let anything that doesn't align with your self love to fall away because it doesn't belong there anyway. All right. So, Leo, that's all I have. And if you liked what you saw here today, please like, share, comment to help me out with the algorithm, subscribe, and hit the notification button so that you get notified every time I post a video. And I will see you in the next one.